And now, something a little different. Hope you enjoy it. Hi everybody, Daphne here, and welcome back to my channel. Now before we get started, don't forget to check out my galleries at the social media sites next to me. Then don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. And as always, there's comics for you listed in the link below, so don't forget to sign up. So in today's video, we're going to be doing a draw along based on the Animation Academy that you can experience at Walt Disney World and Disneyland. I myself am not a Disney animator or an official Disney artist, but I do like the idea of playing one on YouTube. So let's get at it. So I thought it was appropriate for me to start this series by drawing Snow White. So Snow White is a character from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, a 1937 American animated musical fantasy film produced by Walt Disney Productions. In this video, we're going to be using a standard sketchbook and my coal erase pencils in both blue and in red. But probably for the final piece, I'll be using some other colors as well just to finish it off. Now I'm going to take my blue pencil and we're going to start off the drawing with a basic circle. There we go. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to divide this circle into halves, or sort of halves. So we're going to put one, we're going to divide it here, and then we're going to divide it horizontal here. Now what these lines do is that they allow us to figure out where the eyes and the nose is going to go. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create her basic face shape. If the eye, so if you figure if the eyes are going to be around here, we're going to kind of shape out like her forehead here, and we're going to bring down her face like this to her chin where the line is. So that's going to be the center of her face. And then we're going to bring her chin up back to the circle. There. So one way to think about this shape is that you're drawing her skull base. Kinda. I mean, it's not going to be like an accurate skull base. I mean, after all, this is a cartoon character, so. But it's going to be the basic shape. That's her neck here, and here's her neck here. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to place her eyes. Now, the easiest way to do that is to draw in circles approximately where the eyes are going to go. Now, if you're concerned about the space, how much space to leave in between the eyes, a good rule of thumb is that the space in between the eyes is pretty much going to be the same width as the actual eyes you're drawing. So if we wanted to make this really weird, you would have 3 similar circles in a row like that, and that would position your eyes correctly. Now the next thing is that we want to place her nose. Now the thing that I keep reading about Snow White is that, you know, she's supposed to be very youthful looking. So the last thing the animators wanted to do was design her with a realistic nose. So in this case, but we still need to place the nose properly. So in this case, so we're going to put her, so we're not going to draw like a full nose. We're just going to draw, I guess, the Disney equivalent of the anime nose. So we're just going to curve around around this eye so that we kind of get in the right position. And then right around where the cheek is, that's where we're going to draw her nose. Right around there. And then we're just going to go a little bit further down, about that much. And then we're going to draw a little smile to represent her top lip. And then, after we have that, we're going to put a little curve at the bottom, and that's going to be representing her bottom lip. Let's see. Now, what we want to do is we want to follow this line up, and right about here, we're going to draw her hairline. So that's approximately what we're going to get from here. And then you figure a little further up, right? Isn't this where her bow goes? She wears a bow, right? So we're just going to go ahead and draw her bow. Okay, right around there. And then I'm going to draw a little bit more of the front of her hair. Right like that. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to clean up her eyes a bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide the eyes into so that we get like an upper lid and where her lashes are going to go. And we're going to close out the bottom of her eye. And then we're just going to darken up her lids. Now, here's the tricky part when it comes to older Disney characters. I kind of think they have a weird way of doing eyelashes. Whenever I see Snow White, she has her eyelashes going out like this. And the way I want to draw it is I want to draw her eyelashes going out like this. So, but I think for the sake of this tutorial, let's stick with what the character looks like. So we're going to draw out her eyelashes facing out like that. Okay. And we're going to add her eyebrows up here. And we're going to bring in her pupils here. And we're going to fill out her lips a little bit like that. Now, around this part, you may or may not be wondering, you know, this doesn't exactly look like Snow White the way she looks exactly. Well, I did warn you I wasn't a Disney animator or a Disney artist at the beginning. So this is going to be, I guess, in the end, my version of Snow White as best as I can get it to, I guess, whatever the source material that we're looking at or whatever reference you're looking at. So, you know, so just to give you a heads up, if right now you're going, hey, that doesn't look quite like Snow White. It's like, well, it's my version of Snow White. And you know what? That's okay. So let's continue. So now we are going to bring out that bow that she wears right here. Okay. And then I'm going to continue the back of her head so that we get there she goes. There's the hair, the rest of the hair, right? And then here we're going to puff out her hair a bit. Then she has these other hair poofs in the back. And then here I'm going to finish off her hair like that. Okay. So now we're going to put in her collar. And her collar is a little tricky because it's one of those German dress collars. So, okay, I think it kind of goes like that. Right, so if you figure the rest of her collar goes here, and then you have her shoulder here, right? Yeah, let's do that so we can make this like a full bust. And then we bring up that weird collar this way. Bring this over. Okay. And let's, finish this little dress detail off. Like that. Okay, I'm just going to tighten up a little bit here, the lines, kind of tweak it a bit. And what do you think? It's kind of Snow White-ish, right? I mean, I think it's recognizable as her. Don't feel bad. That's why, you don't feel bad if it doesn't look exactly like someone or the character. But, sometimes it's more important to get the essence of a character than an actual direct likeness. But in the end, it all depends on how much you practice drawing a particular character as to whether, you want to get more and more looking like an exact replica of what Disney officially produces. So I'm thinking this looks really nice. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to put a little shadow in here. A little right here. So let's see. What else can we do here? Maybe it's time to use our other colors too to kind of give it a little bit more. So let's take our red. And I'm just going to go ahead and fill in her bow. And pretty much anything else that's red here. Okay, and we're going to do her lips there. Let me just kind of darken up that top lip. Okay. And let's see, and of course, let's, I mean, this isn't, what is this? This is black, okay. This is, want to make sure I wasn't making her hair brown, but it's probably going to look like that on screen. So. Okay. Okay, it's a little, let's see. Okay, and now let's do her skin. A little blush. Okay, you know, let's tighten up these eyes a bit, huh? Let's overlay it with black liner so that it pops up a bit. Okay. And a little something something in the background. Okay. So that seems to be good. What do you think? Nailed it? Not nailed it? Looks like her? Doesn't look like her? So here you have Snow White. I think it's pretty nifty looking myself. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed making it. And I want to know, what's the next character you want to see me draw in this same way? It doesn't have to be a Disney character. It could be anybody you want. So comment down below about what character you want to see me draw in the next video. So until then, keep practicing and keep drawing. Bye!